Well, y'all, we're going into Walmart's garden center, and we're going to just check out some of the sales. I needed to get some potting mix to plant seeds in when I build that raised bed garden center, garden house, the greenhouse. I can't even talk. So I wanted to get at least one bag of the potting mix because I know it's on sale right now, just so I have enough to go in the top of it. And if I find other good deals, then I may get more than just one bag. I don't know. We'll see the prices and see what's available. But I know they have clearance sales and good sales on all the garden stuff right now. See, that's reduced down $2. Normally 16 and it's 14 now. I usually get the smaller bags, but since they have the Miracle-Gro potting mix at $14.48 for a big double bag, I think I'm going to get that. And I'm not going to use it all right now in that raised bed, but I'll have it for the spring as well. And then I'm not going to buy any more potting mix this coming spring. I'll already have this big bag and whatever else I get. But I'm trying to find one that didn't get wet, because when that stuff gets wet, it's twice or three times as heavy, and I can't pick up the wet bags. So I have to check around and find one that's not so wet so I can pick it up. So I did find one on the top, but it was not the first one I tried to get. And even the small bags, that first one I tried to pull up the corner of it, it was saturated, which made it so heavy I can't lift even the smaller bag. But I find a good deal up here on this compressed potting soil that holds moisture. It was I think $5 off, yeah, $19.99 regularly. They had it on sale for $14.98. So I saved $5 on that, and I bought it. And I know I'm not going to use it all right now, but I will use it in the spring. And then I probably won't have to buy any other potting mix in the spring, because I'll have enough potting mix and compost that I made myself that this is all I'll need. I won't need to buy any more in the spring, hopefully. Because I've run out of garden space, so I have to quit putting in containers or pots. I don't have anywhere else to put them right now. So I'll just have to maintain what I've got. You see, I got one of the red bags. You save $5 on it. So people, right now, if you need to buy garden supplies for the spring, buy them now while they have this good sale, because you can save a lot of money on potting mixes, the compressed potting mix, all of that. I mean, if you buy 2 bags of that compressed mix, you save $10 right there. If you wait till the spring, you're going to pay full price for it. Just check out the plants while we're in here. I always just browse through the plants. Most of the time I don't buy any because they're all full price. But I know this time of year they have some pretty good sales on plants. So I'm just going to check them out. I'm really not in the market to buy plants. But you know me, if they have a good deal on a plant, most of the time I can't leave the store without it. So we'll see what happens. These are beautiful mums up here, but they're too expensive. I can't pay $20 for one pot of mums. Not on my income. I can't afford it. And there's a lot of people out there that can't afford it. And a lot of these are even marked down. And these are fall plants, so they're good deals, but not for $15, $20 a plant. I can't do that. That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's beautiful. On sale for $17.98. Was 20 some, about $20. At least 19. $11.88 for those. Even rose bushes are so really expensive, which, you know, you don't really buy those right now, but now is a good time to plant a rose bush because your ground will stay more moist than it does in the heat of the summer. It's cooler, so it doesn't stress the plant out as bad. And so right now is a good time to plant all kind of shrubs, roses, mums, any of your plants that, you know, that are perennials that'll come back every year. Even the ones that are not perennials, it's a good time to plant them because they will grow good right now when the temperature cools off. $24.94. See, that's a bit expensive for my blood on my income. Now, if I was making a lot more money, I wouldn't mind it, but yeah. But they got a clearance rack back here that I've got to check out. May not be nothing on it I want, but I got to check it out. And there's really not anything on this one that looks good to me. So let's go over here to the other one. I mean, there's some neat stuff, but really nothing I want to buy to plant right now. But hey, check these mums out. What is the price on these mums? $1. Oh my God. Y'all, I love mums. They come back every year. Now, the purple ones, I have better luck with coming back every year than these other fall colored ones. But I love mums. They grow well. They're easy to take care of. So at $1, I can't leave them, y'all. I gotta have mums. $1 a pot. Oh my goodness. Oh. Walmart, you're killing me. There's only 5 there, and I got to get all 5 of them because I know somebody else has already bought the rest that were there. They did leave 5 for me to grab. Got to find room in my basket now to put them. And I still got my other stuff to buy. I'm not going to have anywhere in my basket to put what I came in here to get. Y'all, can you believe it? $1. $1 a pot. And these are not these little 4-inch cups either. I mean, some of them are kind of broken off, but if you look down in the center, they're already getting new growth out on them, so I can't leave them. That's not a bad deal on the Coleus, but I'm not paying $5 for a pot. $1 I'll turn loose of, but $5 no. I'm going to get this 5th one. I can't leave it, y'all. And see, that shelf was full of them at one time. See the new growth coming out on it? So there's nothing wrong with that for $1. Oh, no. I may have room in the big pots on the property line to put some of these mums. That's kind of what I'm thinking of right now. But you know, I got stuff planted in them already. I got a rose bush I know in one that survived, so I can't put it in that. But we'll see. I'm going to do my happy dance, y'all. I'm happy. I got 5 pots of mums for $1 a piece. $5 for all those mums. Happy dance for sure. Y'all need to go check out your garden centers right now. They got some really good sales going on. Now these are pretty, but I can't pay $30 for a tree. Not one of these anyway. And these vines with the yellow flowers, they're beautiful. Oh my God, they're beautiful. They would be so pretty growing with my clematis over my arbors. But I don't know if it would do any better than the clematis is doing in the heat and out in the sun all day. But that's a beautiful plant right there. Beautiful vine. Those yellow mums are really beautiful too. That you caught a glimpse of right there. Just walking around to see what else I see. Oh, look at this coming up in front of me here. This I call it candy cane stripe plant. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. I would love a plant like that, but I'm not paying what they want for that hanging basket. Oh, I would cringe thinking about paying what they ask for that pot right there. But they have beautiful plants out this time of year for fall planting. These are real pretty, but I don't like the prices on them. I'll stick with my dollar mums. $8.78 for a pot. I don't know the name offhand of that plant, but I've had some of them before, but I started them from seeds. $5.88. That's not for those mums though. Not those big ones, the little bitty ones at the end maybe. $2.94. And see, they're little bitty ones. They're not even as big as the pots I've got. They're the little 4-inch cups for almost $3 a cup. So I'm happy. I got a good deal with my mums for $1 a pot. Those are like what, 6 or 8-inch pots? But I sold the item and I got some money that came in from subscribers, so that's how come I grabbed the mums. I've got the money to pay for them. And they've said it was for whatever I needed, the garden or anything I wanted to spend it on, so I'm happy with my mums. That's $5. And I guess I'm looking at something that we're stopped so long here. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm telling you that I'm satisfied with my dollar pots of mums. Can't beat it for the price. And I'm talking to the sales lady about it. I said I couldn't believe these were on sale for $1. And I said you can break part of it off and root it too. Just stick it down in the ground and root it. Start another whole plant. But they had music playing even out in the garden center today. Oh, if I won the lottery and had 8,000, I'd be buying that Jeep, y'all. Could you see me putting my fishing gear in that Jeep and cruising down to the lake from here to go fishing in my brand new Jeep? I don't know what I'd do about maintenance on it, but it'd be fun to have one. And I guess you got to have them licensed and insured for the street too, so I definitely have to win the lottery to be able to get that. I like to come in here and check out the tropical plants as well. I never usually buy these because they don't survive, not outside, and I don't have room inside the house to put them. I did have a rubber tree plant one time that grew beautifully in the house until I went on vacation, and my neighbor was supposed to be watching after the house, and she came in the house every single day and dropped a cup of water in it till she drowned the plant. And you can't water it every day like that when it doesn't drain out. I mean, it drains out of the original pot, but then I had the big pot that it was sitting in that held all the water that drained out of the pot itself. And the water was all the way up to the top of that pot when I got home. And even though I dumped it out and drained it, the rubber tree plant still died. It drowned. And I've never replaced it. I've never gotten another one. And this is my favorite hummingbird feeder. I've tried many types, but this one right here is the best one. And it's like a 16 ounce. And I don't even need one that big, but that's the smaller one they have. So I always get this one. It's got the little slits to keep the bees out. And the hummingbirds will come to that feeder. I've put other types of feeders out, the glass ones, the metal ones, and they do not feed off of it. But these, they always go to. I mean, the glass ones are beautiful. And the metal ones are too. But I think the metal ones get too hot. Like this one, the blue glass. The little flower is made out of metal. And I think actually the metal part of it gets too hot. And the hummingbirds stay away from it. So I quit buying any of these fancy ones that cost more money. I stick with the cheaper $4 one. And it works great. The birds love it. This is the one that gets too hot. So that's why I'm down to 2 feeders. Because those are the only 2 feeders that my hummingbirds want to go to. Pretty good prices on these. And these strings of beads are really beautiful, but they are pretty expensive. Because, you know, if you have a pretty good sized tree, it would take several strings of those beads to go on that tree, not just one string. Grinches everywhere. That little Santa Claus, I didn't show the whole thing, but it's just basically a statue. It doesn't light up, it doesn't have music. I've got one about that size, but it does play Christmas music. It does have a candle in the Santa Claus's hand, and he raises his arm with the candle in it up and down when you turn him on, and it does light up a little bit. And I've had it for many years. And I guess the prices on these are not too bad because you get quite a few of these bulbs. They're big bulbs. I don't have a tree big enough for bulbs that big, though. And I usually get the least expensive lights that Walmart sells to put on my trees, especially outside. That way, if they burn out, I don't mind replacing them because, it doesn't cost that much to replace the string of lights. And they last just as long as the more expensive lights, I think. Christmas is everywhere. And they're putting it out now. They don't have everything out yet. They don't have the trees out. There's a lot of stuff they don't have out. $9 for a bow, that's a bit much, but it is pretty ribbon. I've been a penny pincher all my life, and because I've had to be. So I cringe at spending that much for one bow. I mean, if you got real good money coming in, you don't mind spending it, but on what little I get each month, no. I can't turn loose of that much for a bow. That's cute. $19 for that. I love the holly and the pine cone wreath. I guess because back home we had pine trees and pine cones and holly everywhere. And oh my goodness, the price on the Christmas trees last year was out of this world. I can't imagine what the prices on Christmas trees are going to be this year. I bought my 2 artificial trees and I alternate them. I take the white one out one year if I put a tree up. I take the green one out the next year. And I reuse them every year because I'm not paying these outrageous prices to buy a new 6-foot tree. Can't afford it and will not spend the money like that. I use my same decorations I use every year. The only thing I might buy new is a string of lights. If my lights are burnt out, I may replace it with a string of lights. But other than that, I reuse the same Christmas decorations each year. And if I find something that's really neat, I may buy it if it's not too expensive and just add it to my Christmas collection. But, I don't really buy new Christmas decorations every year. And they got the little pots and mums in the store, but they're all marked at regular price. None of those are marked down to no dollar. So I'm happy to get the ones I picked up. I didn't need them. but I liked them, so at that price I couldn't leave them. I needed to get some body wash to put in my... I've got these little containers that are on the wall in my shower that hold shampoo, conditioner, body wash, stuff like that. So my soap for my little container was empty, so I had to buy some of the liquid soap that goes in it that you take a shower with. Makeup is pretty expensive nowadays, y'all. I usually use CoverGirl, Sally Hansen, those brands, because I'm not allergic to the stuff. Clinique is supposed to be real good, but you know I can't use it because it itches. I use the foundation, and oh, I could scratch the skin off my face. It itches so bad. So I realized I can't use it because I'm allergic to it. So I have to use the least expensive ones, the CoverGirl, Sally Hansen, and all the less expensive brands, because I guess the less it costs, the less ingredients they put in it. I don't know, but they don't have all the perfumes and stuff in it that I'm allergic to, just like Prel shampoo. I had to go back to using Prel. That's what I used growing up, and it was just the basic green Prel shampoo. And Walmart does stock it, but it's just the original green Prel shampoo. And I found online they have all different kinds of Prel shampoo. I buy the Biotin, I think it's Biotin brand Prel shampoo and conditioner, and I just ordered some last night, and it was on sale. I got it $5 off for the shampoo and conditioner both. So I spent $20 on my order last night for a big bottle of shampoo and conditioner together because they had a sale on it. But yeah, if anybody has allergies to the perfumes and stuff they put in shampoos and conditioners, Prel is a really good brand to buy that does not have all the perfumes and stuff in it. And I found it's great for me to use because it doesn't irritate my skin. But you do have to buy it online unless you just go with the plain green Prel, the basic one, which that is good too, but you can't even buy a conditioner that's the Prel in the store. All you can buy is the basic Prel shampoo. But I looked it up online one time, and I accidentally come across all these different options with Prel. And I said, well, man, this makes my heart happy. Now I can order Prel online and it, not be afraid to use it because I'm not allergic to anything in it. And I guess you go online and you can pick out the ones that's best suited for your skin type. If you have dry skin or not. And these pumpkins, these big pumpkins up here, they're the size of my pumpkin I put in my window every year. But these are ceramic. Mine is plastic, and it has a light in it. So it lights up at night, and I put it in my window every year for Halloween. And I've had it for so many years, I forget how long I've had it. But you can replace the bulb real easy because it only takes a little bulb that you put in night lights or sewing machine light. So they're readily available to replace the bulb. And it's not real expensive either. So I'll keep it as long as it doesn't dry out and crack up. Which, I don't put it outside in the sun, so I don't think I have a danger of that happening. This is the clearance rack. And I love to browse down through here because sometimes you can find stuff that's very useful to me or stuff that I will know I use. And other times I don't find anything. Like I found a quart can of paint for my porch railing one time at like less than half price on the clearance rack, and I bought it. And that's what I keep the little railing banister around my front porch painted with. But I haven't seen any paint or stain on the clearance rack since then. And these are little miniature greenhouse kit pods. I can't use them. For some reason, they don't work for me. They might start to sprout, and I do, I keep them watered, but then the little plant dies. So I don't know what I do wrong, but I don't have good luck with those at all. I can just throw my seed in a 6-inch pot, wait for it to germinate and come up, let the plant grow because it's got enough dirt to grow, and when it's 4 or 5 inches tall or taller, I can just pull it out and transplant it just like I did my pepper plants. I put tons of seeds in one little pot, and I had a whole clump of plants come up, and I'll let them grow till they were about 10 inches tall before I started pulling them out and transplanting them. Now, I can grow my seeds like that, but to start them in those little trays and those little seed pods, I have no luck at all. I don't know what I do wrong, but I just do not have luck. I've got 2 of the trays that was sent to me in my greenhouse right now that I tried to use last spring, and I had basically no luck at all germinating seeds and getting them to grow from those pods. Don't know what I did wrong, but it don't work for me. And here we're in the toy section, the kids department. I love to browse through just to take a look and see what they've got in here for the kids. And I love to push buttons where it says try me to see what it'll do. I'm like a big kid. I went down one aisle last year, and it had all kind of little stuffed animals that said try me, and I'd go down the row and push the button just to see what it sounded like, to see what it did, and I'd have 5 or 6 going at one time. A lot of times I got to push the button and get it going just to see what it does. I mean, can y'all believe the selection of toys? Stuffed animals. All kind of things they got for kids today. Sorry, y'all. I guess I've been talking too much. I'm coughing. But with all this big toy selection, there's kids out there that are going to have a fantastic Christmas this year. They didn't have all this stuff when I was growing up. They didn't have all this stuff when my kids were little. I mean, back when I was a kid growing up, got my first bicycle. And with my brothers, we woke up Christmas morning and there was bicycles for each one of us. Oh my God, we didn't even have the lottery back then. But we'd have thought today that my dad had won the lottery and he was able to buy each one of us a bicycle. I mean, I can't imagine how much that cost my dad and mom to get a bicycle for each one of us. I mean, we were the family that made our own Christmas decorations for our tree because we couldn't afford, to buy decorations. And really back then there was not a lot of decorations available except the big lights and the tinsel and a few Christmas bulbs, and that was about it that was available back when I was small. Today they've got so much in the Christmas department, it's unreal. Yep, little people will be happy Christmas time. My son's favorite cars when he was little was the Matchbox cars. The little metal cars. All the kids went crazy for those little cars. And I guess most of them are collector's items today, if you can find them. And that is the old ones. You don't see the old ones much anymore. Every kind of stuffed animal you could think about. Rescue Center, rescue me. I guess that's like the toy department's Humane Society. Take me home, rescue me. I was looking at the labels because some of them have a label on it that says machine washable. You can literally throw them in the washer and wash them and then throw them in the dryer. And I'm thinking these, you probably can do that. Even though it doesn't say you can wash them, I'm sure they're washable to some extent. They're made sturdy enough for little kids to toss around, so I'm sure you can throw them in the washing machine and wash them. I mean, that kind of stuff, you got to be able to wash it for little kids. It gets dirty too fast. They get food on it, milk on it, dirt on it, spill stuff on it. Throw it in the floor all the time. So you got to be able to keep it clean. Apologize, I didn't know I had my fingers in front of the lens. I really need to go what I came in here to get. The only thing in this basket that I came in here to get was that bag of potting mix. And look how full I've got my basket. I've got it full of stuff I didn't come in here to buy. I'm not going to have any room for what I need now. People are going to think I'm spending a fortune when they see all these mums. They don't see the price tag on it. But I need toilet tissue. I need Kleenex. I need paper towels. I need pumpkin spice coffee creamer. The good stuff. And I wanted to get some chocolate milk because that's usually the milk that I drink is 2% chocolate milk. So I'm allergic to whole milk. Makes me nauseated. Party time. Yeah, pushing this basket, I'm not able to hold this camera very steady. And for some reason, my camera's not focusing right. I don't know if I've got some setting that's off. Maybe that automatic focus is turned on and it should be off. I don't know. But it's not focusing the way it should. And if I keep my fingers out of the lens so you can see. And my basket's a little bit heavy with what I got in it, so it's a little difficult to push the basket and hold the camera. But I do need I buy the big package of toilet tissue. And I do get the Angel Soft, the 18, it equals 72. Because I only buy it about once a month or so. I don't want to keep running in the store to buy a roll of toilet tissue, so I just buy the big package. This one is $11.88 for 18 rolls. And I've got just enough room under my cabinet in the bathroom to put that whole package of toilet tissue. And for the price, I like that one the best. Oh, I don't need candy. Need to stay away from that. I love chocolate, though. Go down here and get some paper towels and some Kleenex. And you know, it's got to the place where toilet tissue, paper towels, Kleenex is getting outrageously expensive. I joked about it and I said, we're going to end up going back to corn cob wipes if we can afford to buy the corn on cob. Or each toilet is going to have a bidet so you don't need toilet tissue. And this is the one I get, the Great Value. It was $4 something. It was on sale for like $3.94. So I got a package of 2 rolls of it. I think that's pretty much the best deal. For the amount you get on the roll and the quality of the paper towel. Now these other ones are good, but you don't get very much paper on the roll at all. And I get the Walmart Great Value inexpensive Kleenex, which they're just as good as I think the other ones, and cost a lot less. Sorry about the movement of the camera, y'all. I keep forgetting to slow the camera down. Now let's see if we can find some creamer. And you know, I stopped in Aldi's just looking to see if they had pumpkin spice creamer, and they did not. But I smelled pumpkin spice when I rounded one of the corners. And you know what I found? I found pumpkin spice yogurt covered pretzels. Oh my God, y'all, they're so good. I've never had pumpkin spice yogurt pretzels before, but Aldi has them. So go check Aldi out and get you a bag of pumpkin spice yogurt covered pretzels. They're really good. I got to get some buns or bread of some kind. I really don't know what I want. But I think I end up getting some buns. The small, like, not hamburger buns, but like the poor boy type sandwich buns. And here's all the powdered creamer, y'all. Great Value has every flavor of creamer you can think of or even want or think to want in your coffee. But they do not have pumpkin spice powdered creamer. But they do have pumpkin spice creamer in the milk section, the liquid. So I did end up getting pumpkin spice creamer for my coffee, but I did get the liquid back in the milk section because that's all they had. That's all I found anywhere. And they even had the little cups of pumpkin spice ground coffee that you put in your little coffee makers to make a pot or make a cup of coffee. And I don't have one of those makers, but I found I can take one of those little cups or little pods with the coffee in it, and it's got enough that I can put like 4 or 5 cups of water in my coffee maker and dump that in a filter in the top, and it makes my coffee perfect because I don't like it real strong. And that's one thing I didn't like about using those pod coffee makers, is because that cup of coffee that came out of there was so strong I didn't want it. So my niece told me a trick. She said, well, what you do is you double the water that you put in the maker, and you put a big cup that will hold the amount of water that you put in there, and just